Greetings and welcome to another episode of Connecting with Creativity, brought to you by Community Partnership on Aging. My name is Karen, and today I'm going to take you on a small crafting adventure into the world of homemade gift bags. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So these bags here you see are all ones that I have made in the past, and the thing about this set of bags is they were all made from the same calendar, which you can tell had a wilderness theme. You get these types of calendars a lot of times at the end of the year for organizations that are trying to fundraise or raise awareness for their causes. So sometimes you end up with a lot more calendars than you actually need. So instead of throwing them away or recycling them, you can actually upcycle them into something useful and delightful, like a gift bag. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the term upcycling, it means to recycle something in such a way that you create a new product out of it. So in this case, we take just a standard old calendar, nothing going on here, and then voila, this comes out of it. So let's take a look at the items we need to get started. So these are the materials you're going to need. First, you will need pages from a calendar, which if you have our kit from Carolyn, you already have the pages cut out for you. If not, find an old calendar and cut out some pages and we'll be good to go. I'm using the Veterans of Foreign War 2020 calendar because it has this beautiful bird theme and all of these pages are so colorful. I just think they're going to make some really gorgeous bags. Plus we're sitting outside, so it goes with the theme of the day, I guess, just beautiful nature and enjoying crafting, which I hope we are all doing. The next thing you need is just a standard stick of glue stick. Staples. Let's see. You're also going to need some scissors, and towards the end of our creation of the bags you will need a hole punch. You should have this in your kit as well. By the way, if you don't already have a kit, just leave some information in the comments and we can get in touch with you about providing a kit to you if that is something that you would like. Okay, the other things we need: string for the handles. I'm using jute twine. I've already pre-measured and cut them. I think the ones in your kits are pre-measured and cut out for you already. And then I just like to have these items on hand. They're sort of optional. Just a ruler and a pen, because I like to make little dots where I'm going to put the punch holes in the bags. But you can do without, or if you have any at home you want to use, go for it. There are no rules here. Okay, so let's get started assembling our bag. So the first thing we're going to do is pick our photos. The thing you want to keep in mind is, what is the subject matter of the photo? How is it orientated into the frame? Is it in the center? Is it to the left? Is it to the right? Because what you're going to need to do is keep two pages together and have them both have the same sort of orientation. So you want like two pages with things in the middle. Here's Robin, this is in the middle. This bluebird is in the middle. That'll be a pretty good bag. Let's see if we find something that has side orientations. Okay, so like these pages, this is sort of oriented off to the side here, and so is this bird oriented off to the side. So these two together would actually make a pretty good bag. So for the bag that I'm going to put together, I'm going with the robin and the blue jay. And this is sort of a tribute to my backyard, which is usually full of robins and blue jays, although they've probably been scared away by the sound of my voice. Oh well, they're here in spirit. Okay, so I'm going to start. Hang on, here we go. Okay, so these are the calendar pages I'm going to use. I tried using the other ones, but I made a mistake, so we're starting over with new pages this time, which is just as well. Part of the process is making mistakes and learning from your mistakes, and there's nothing wrong with that. So here we go. We have our 2 pages. You want to line them up together, one on top of the other, facing the same direction, like so. You can see they're all in the same direction. And here we have the top of the page. You can always tell by this little divot here, the hole that you use to tack these up to the walls. This is going to be our guideline for our first fold. Okay, we want to fold along this line here. And we want to fold the pages together so that they both have the exact same fold in the exact same places. All right. Now I'm going to show you the decision-making part of this. This is probably the only part that requires just a smidge of brain power, and I promise you it's not that much brain power. When we're making the sides of our bags, we're going to have a skinny fold and a thicker fold. We want to decide which side is going to get the skinny fold and which side is going to get the thicker fold based on how much of the image we're willing to lose to the side of the bag. It will still be there, it will just be folded back into the side of the bag. Now this page, it's pretty obvious to me that this side of the page has way more to lose than this side. So I'm going to make the thicker fold over on this side and the thinner fold on this side. Again, we're going to flip back over to the calendar page because this is the page that will help us know where to fold. Like I said before, we're going to use the fold lines in here. Now on the thick side, we're going to go in 1, 2, 3 lines. Fold this in 3 lines, like that. You got it. And then what we're also going to do on the thick side is fold this back 1 so that it lines up with this edge. Okay. I didn't do that as good as I could have, but that's okay. All right, so this is the thick side. Now on the thin side, you are going to go in just to this first line here. Just fold it in. 1 line. And you want to get it as lined up as you can. Sometimes you just kind of have to tug with your paper and get it to do what you want it to do. That's okay. Take your time. Make a mistake. Make a bad bag, and you can throw it out. It'd be like the first pancake. Okay, so we have come to the bottom fold, what we're going to need. So you want to fold it up to this line here. And this is the bottom of our bag. Okay. And sometimes the paper is kind of thick, so it's kind of difficult to fold. Just, you know, do your best, play around with it. You'll get better at it. It's been a while since I've done this, so I admit I'm a little rusty myself. Now that we have all of the folds on our pages, we are going to separate them. Now, the skinny flap, both sides have skinny flaps. You'll see both images have these skinny flaps. This is where we are going to glue to assemble the bags. So you want to put the glue on the top of the picture, not on the back. I'm going to put it right up here. So I'm taking my glue stick. We're going to do it. Just get it all nice and gluey. Sometimes you have to be gentle if the pages are thin when you're doing this step, because it can snag and it can tear, and accidents happen. It's okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take this thin flap and tuck it in underneath this top lid here. See how the top lid is like that? You know, it just slides right under. Let's see, and get it up, line it up to your fold, to the crease in the page. Let's see, you can always. Oh, by the way, you can do this with rubber cement as well. You're not locked into having to use a glue stick. This is just what's convenient, and it works really well. Okay, so we have that panel all glued together. So you see how it looks on the inside. Here, I'll flip it upside down, it'd be maybe easier to see. So these are two panels glued together, and you slip the upper lip in there as well. So we're going to do the exact same thing to the other thin line, the other skinny fold, and we're going to glue it up again. Glue, 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 glue. I like to get it nice and gluey so it stays strong. Don't want to give somebody a present and have the bags separate and all the contents fall on the floor. That would be horrible. Alright, so we're going to do the same exact thing on this side. We're going to slide it in underneath that lip that we made on the top of the bag, and then line up your sides so that it meets that fold line and we have a nice crisp corner. And sometimes the paper wants to cooperate with you, sometimes it doesn't. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. So now you can see, can you see, maybe I'll pull this up a little bit. Now you can see that this is starting to take shape as a bag. And we didn't lose too much of the image, really. This side, you can see all of the bird. This side, you can see all of the bird. Now we're going to do our bottoms. This step is going to require your scissors. So you see down here where we have the bottom fold, right here, you want to make snips up into the fold line in all four corners. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so nice. I'm so happy. Okay, so then you want to take the little part here. I kind of fold that down because it doesn't have much of a crease on it, but this is going to be the first thing that we glue. Glue, glue, glue the little flap that you just made. And do it also on the other side. Oh, how fun. I love this. Okay. So we're going to fold that down too. And then we're going to take these panels, these flaps, and fold them over. This bottom one is going to glue to the little things that we've already glued, and then this one we're going to put some more glue on it so it is more secure on the bottom. This is great. See, not only are we having fun, we're also being kind to the environment. And everybody loves presents, don't they? Okay. my flap is a little, sometimes you just got to go back in there and get it more glue. Because it didn't seem very secure. Maybe give it some stuff there and there. All right. Okay, so we have the bottom part glued. You want to stand it up, and you can see, oh my gosh, we're pretty much near the end of making our bag. What you want to do at this point is just sort of go in the bottom of the bag and press down. Make sure everything's kind of glued and stuck together real snugly. Because when this dries, it's going to be pretty strong. I mean, I wouldn't put anything really heavy in there, like, you know, a bar of gold bullion, but it's a nice size for small presents like books and jewelry and treats and goodies and cookies, and now I'm in the mood for a cookie. All right, so here we go. We are towards our end here, and the last thing that we need to do is punch the holes and thread the handles. For me, I like to be measuring these just because I'm sort of anal like that. I want to have them in the exact same position from side to side. So I think here I am going to go in, oh, let's say, I'm going to go in 2.5 inches on each side. Or maybe I'll do 2 1/4 so I don't get on that bird too much. Okay. Let's get 2 1/4. Okay, I think that'll work. 2 1/4. It's not an exact science. Sometimes you just have to work with the image that you have. You don't really want to punch it, but it's not the end of the world if you have to punch through a pretty image, because the rest of the bag is just so lovely. It kind of makes up for all of that. So here I have my little 2 dots. I'm not concerned with inking, putting little dots of ink on this bag, because I'm going to punch through them, so they won't be there anymore. This is exactly the position where I want my holes to be punched in. Let's see, let's get here. Oh, let's see. I have maybe, oops. Oh well, you can still see the holes. I did them a little bit too low, but I think they'll be okay. Now, one thing you want to bear in mind when you're doing the holes is you want to make them in far enough from the sides so that you're not punching through this side thing, because it folds in. If you're trying to punch a hole out here and out here, you could actually punch through the side of your bag. And that is something I did on one of my first bags, so I'm just trying to pass along some knowledge so you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Okay, so now we are going to take our jute twine and thread it through the holes. You want to be sure you're threading it into the holes inside the bags to make, and just make like a knot, make a nice strong knot. If you think it's too small for your hole, you can make 2 knots. And you're not bound to use twine. You can use anything. You can use ribbon, you can use yarn, you can use anything that you can think of. Let your creativity guide you. Okay, wonderful. We have 1 handle. And now we're going to do this other one. Okay. So and I mean, I love homemade gifts, but if you're also gonna give someone a gift in something homemade, that's really special too. They find that to be really special. I find it really special and charming, which is how I got started with this all to begin with. Let's see, what else? How are we doing here? Oh, we're doing so good. So good, so good. Look, look, guys. We did it. It's a whole bag. With these beautiful birds. Who would not want a present in this bag? I mean, come on. And now you know how to do them yourself. You can make all kinds of bags. We have tons of calendars. If you need any, call us. Well, not call us. You can leave us a comment and we can maybe get some calendars to you from Community Partnership on Aging. And let's see. What else? Oh yeah. So this is it. We're done making the bag. I've been Karen. Oh, here we go. Here's my phone. If you enjoyed this video, like it, share it. And if you've already not joined CPA's Plugged-In Programming, you want to do that because we have lots of fun things going on. We always have a great time, and we have a lot of projects and programs that are coming from CPA to entertain and educate you, like this Connect with Creativity segment. Come back next Wednesday. There'll be another person doing another project for you. Bye-bye.